In the life and letters of Paul, we've come to Acts chapter 17 and the 11th verse. And the exciting thing about that is those steps right there that you see in front of you were taken out of the excavation from the first century period, from the Roman period of Berea. That's where we are. We're in Berea, in Greece, in Acts chapter 17. Let me read what it says in verses 10 and 11. Then the brethren immediately sent Paul and Silas away by night to Berea. That's the brethren in Thessalonica. Because Paul was driven out of Thessalonica, they by night sent him to, look what it says, Berea in verse 10. And when they arrived, they went to the synagogue of the Jews. We have come to the steps, maybe the original steps to the synagogue, the Jewish synagogue. Now, they weren't right here. This is a big memorial that's been put up. It's called the Altar of St. Paul. But not 500 or 600 meters from here is the Jewish quarter and is the site of that ancient synagogue. And what happened here continues in verse 11. The people of Berea were more fair-minded than those in Thessalonica in that they received the word with all readiness. They wanted to be taught. They couldn't wait to hear the gospel. They couldn't wait to hear Paul's teaching. And they searched the scriptures. The word means sifted. They actually sifted through what Paul said, and they were looking at what he said and comparing it with the scriptures. And they did this daily. Now you say, what's going on here? Paul's normal activity, whenever he came somewhere, like this synagogue was, to come every day. And anytime people would meet, he would open the scriptures, he would explain the scriptures, and he would teach them doctrine. And they were the perfect example of what a congregation should be, or any individual student of the scriptures. Searching the scriptures, sifting the scriptures, listening to any teaching, comparing to the scriptures, and then obeying. What a thrill to come here in our Life and Letters of Paul classes as we journey to all the spots mentioned in the second missionary journey to see Berea. Remember, Paul beaten in Philippi, Paul walking 97 miles to Thessalonica, Paul getting driven out again out of Thessalonica, and he comes right here. The great application of this spot is, will you and I be Berean Christians? Will we search the scriptures? Will we not be deceived, as Jesus said, is the great danger in the last days. Don't be deceived. Know the scriptures. That's the message right here in Berea, Acts 17 and verse 11.